Hey guys, welcome back to Rossoneri TV. Joe here to preview the match between Empoli and AC Milan, which will be played tomorrow, September 23rd at 20:45 p.m. local time at the Stadio Castellani in Empoli. AC Milan coming off a tough loss over the weekend, 1-0 to Juventus at the San Siro, and they would like to bounce back from that loss and capture the 3 points tomorrow when they visit Empoli. On the other hand, Empoli this weekend they tied 2-2 against Cesena, and they were actually losing against Cesena 2-0. And after a great comeback there in that second half by Empoli, got them the point over the weekend. Now, let's talk a bit about both teams. As I mentioned, AC Milan coming off that loss, but definitely not something to sit down and cry about because they did play two great games beforehand, and I think they could bounce back easily in this season with a win against Empoli tomorrow. On paper, the match looks pretty easy, of course. However, Empoli themselves, their last place right now, they're tied for last place in the standings, but I believe those standings are not very true because Empoli did put some very good performances in these first three games of the season. Now I'm talking about the 1-0 loss against Roma, where I think Empoli played a pretty good game and they kept off guard Roma, and I think they could have got some chances themselves in that game to maybe equalize. However, I think Empoli is a team that never gives up, as we saw against Cesena when they were trailing 2-0 at halftime and then came back 2-2. So I think Empoli really could give Milan a hard time. On paper, as I mentioned, it's an easy match for Milan. They should be able to win. However, they need to be very clinical with their chances because Empoli, they could be a team where they could hurt you. And of course, they were going to be sitting back quite a lot. Expect Milan to hold great deals of possession, but Milan needs to use that possession to their advantage this time, unlike against Juventus, and finish those chances. Let's take a look now at the probable lineup for AC Milan, as Inzaghi will once again field a 4-3-3. Abbiati starting in net as Diego Lopez is still injured. In that defense, Bonera coming back after that game suspension. And so not many changes there, but I'm not very happy about Bonera once again being included in the starting lineup for the third game this season. Definitely not something to be happy about there. However, in the midfield, there's going to be a change, however, for the first time this season, as Van Ginkel is supposed to be, and will probably be replacing Muntari there. For the starting three there up front, Torres will likely replace Menez as he had some troubles. Menez after last game, he had some minor problems there. Not really an injury, but still he should be starting from the bench. Esharawi will be replaced by Bonaventura, and Onda there to start on the right. So I think it's a pretty good lineup. Of course, we are playing against Empoli. This lineup should get the job done, no questions asked. I'm very excited to see Van Ginkel play. Of course, we haven't seen this kid yet, and I think this is probably the best opportunity to give the kid to play in these types of matches against Empoli, a team that just came back from Serie B. You know, integrating him slowly in this team, integrating him against the Serie B side, which, you know, mistakes could probably not cost as much as you would expect against a very tough opponent. So I think Van Ginkel starting in tomorrow's game will be a perfect option for Pippo Inzaghi there. Also, very excited to see Torres start because, of course, he had his problems there. Couldn't play against Parma. Last game against Juventus, we only saw him for a while, like 5-10 minutes. So we didn't really get a good chance to see him so far this season. And we want to see what Torres is made up of for Milan and what he could do. Also, Bonaventura there, I think he could get something done. And he should be getting something done because so far the games he has played in, he has done great things. So that is the probable lineup, and as I said, I expect him to do great things, and I expect Milan to win tomorrow. My scoreline prediction will be a 2-0 Milan win. Goals coming in from Torres. I believe Torres could get a goal tomorrow, and I definitely see Onda maybe getting one himself. As we know, 2 goals in 3 matches already. Almost scored a third goal there for a season tally against Juventus, where he was robbed by Buffon from a few meters out. So Onda's been really showing great attacking options and really clinical there in that final third. So 2-0 is my prediction. Goals coming from Torres and Onda. Of course, as usual, leave your match predictions in the comment section below. So that is it, guys. Tomorrow, of course, we will be reviewing the match after it's done. So don't forget to subscribe to Rossoneri TV for match reviews, discussions, breaking news, and much more. Thanks for watching, guys. This has been Gio from Rossoneri TV signing off, and as usual, Forza Milan!